George Whittam reporting for Whittam's World with a quick take about a product from Kensington that my great assistant and customer service person Rebel picked up. It's called the SmartFit Sit Stand Workstation. She's been wanting to just convert into a standing workstation, and this thing came up on the radar, and I was impressed because I look for products like this all the time, and I hadn't seen this particular one, and she found it before I did, so I don't know how that happened, but she found a great new product from Kensington here that converts any desk, as long as it's at least somewhat stable, has to be a relatively strong desk, into a sit and stand workstation. So obviously it's in stand position right now, and you'll wonder, why is this back here? Well, if you have a monitor that has a mount, then you would turn this around and you would mount the monitor to it. And this monitor didn't happen to have a mount, but what's nice about this system is it even has a table to rest whatever you want. In this case, we put the monitor on it. So I've never seen a system quite like that. Really cool. But here's what makes this thing do what it does. It has a release under here. You pull this release, and with one hand you can raise and lower this whole thing from sitting to standing. Now it's a sitting desk, perfect height for working while sitting. With one hand you can just adjust the height to get it where you want it. Very ergonomic. And then when you want to go back to standing again because you've been sitting too long, one hand, squeeze lever, boom, standing. And Rebel, how much did this cost?
It's about $300.
About $300. And if you shop for standing desk setups, you'll know that this is a really reasonably priced setup. And it's flexible too. So for whatever reason you want a different view, now I can work standing over here and look out that window while I'm working. So that's pretty cool. I love the flexibility of the design. I'd say its only downside is that it is quite large. As you can see, it spans probably almost over 3 feet from the base to the keyboard. So you have to make sure you have the room to fit something that large in your setup. So if you want one of these inside a booth, for example, mounted to the wall, you'd have to have a pretty big booth to make this thing fit. There is another alternative though. If you wanted to save a little bit more space, you can pivot the entire arrangement like that. You can see when you do that, it does take up quite a bit less space. So there is some flexibility, but just be prepared for the fact that it does take some depth inside whatever space you're going to use it. You could also adapt it and not put this tray on at all and just use this as the keyboard tray. This is an additional piece that bolts on underneath, so that would make it even more compact, as you can see. So overall, I'd give it a major thumbs up for something at this price that does what it can do. I'm really impressed with this Kensington Sit Stand Workstation. It is a great looking product and it feels really well built. Good find, Rebel.
Thanks.
George Whittam for Whittam's World signing off.